Whenever you're ready. Let's see. I'm
Ready
in.
for what? What are we doing?
To do a race.
Oh,
No
okay.
immediate rush.
I was just duping all this random stuff that we got. Do we care? Are any of these good weapons?
I mean... Might be? A lot of this stuff is not... Eh.
Just kind of meh.
Well, it's kind of one of those where it's like, we kind of have a very set build.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I guess Eventide doesn't... Maybe
Whoa!
It's cool.
I don't know. Eventide's kind of nuts.
Is that the bow?
No.
Wait, what?
Or no,
is that-
Eventide is the bow. Sorry, this is the sword.
The sword. It just...
I gotta go
attacks.
find something to like...
Is your spawn rate off? I'm gonna decorate this home with...
we need
Empress
wings
White
on, by the way.
Oh, you do?
It's recommended. Honestly, the Saurian insignia sounds great, except for we don't need it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because we got the Pigrons.
We got the Pigrons. That's true. I really wish it let me put in the aesthetic thing.
I am
Well, I've got it
prismatic.
around, so that's good. I put a bunch
Ooh.
of trophies of her just to show
did?
everyone in the hollow that we definitely did a bad thing, and we're definitely proud of it.
That you mean business.
Also, don't shoot any of them.
Okay, so do you still have the Fishron wings?
Oh, I have the Empress of Light ones now.
Okay.
Oh wow, that was short-sighted of me, wasn't it?
Possibly. Oh well.
Do you have the
Anywho,
Fictron ones? Did you do that?
I want to science.
Oh right, because we have...
Okay, I can safely say, ain't worth it. The super stabby works great if you can get close to whatever the hell you're trying to super stab.
But
Which,
it's
suffice to
Empress of
say, pretty much ain't worth it.
Light. Okay. So if I leave, this is your problem, right? Oh, defeat the current thread before you could use the pylon network.
Aha!
I don't want
It is
this at
daytime.
all. I don't want this at all. Well, I finally figured out how I can do a very bad thing to you in journey mode whenever I want to. So you may come to regret this for giving me such ideas.
I didn't give you this idea. You were the one collecting these things.
Well, I definitely didn't think about the fact that you could just set it to daytime and it was an insta-kill.
It's true.
If I thought about it harder, I'm pretty sure that would have came to me pretty quickly, though. But the reality was I was mostly into causing chaos more than actual death. See, death is very swift in this game with Daytime Empress of Light.
This is truth. Okay. I should probably get some arrows. Because I want to test out... So it looks like the Eventide fires, like, one, and then has, like, multiple arrows follow suit immediately after. Might not be bad.
Okay.
I don't know if it's better than the chain gun. Okay, let's see. So the other thing that I was going to very quickly do was what? I honestly forget. Let's get rid of both of those. Gosh, I want to say it's Moonlord time.
I think it's Moonlord time.
What was I going to do? I was going to do something real basic. Oh, right. That's what I was going to do.
Something really basic.
Yeah,
Gonna
well...
get yourself a pumpkin spice latte.
That'd be risky.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I pretty much do not go out for much of anything. I'd like to go hiking. I'm hoping they don't reopen much of society, but they open up some of the trails so I can go find, like, a really remote one.
I mean, the two zombies with the holy arrows is kind of hilarious, actually.
I do not actually have the holy arrows yet. Let's see.
I have them on dupe, so...
I should probably get them from you. I've been kind of lazy. There we go.
Which one is raining
Oh,
more
right, that's what I was
stars
going
now?
to do.
I think the tsunami.
Are we talking about yo-yos?
Oh, no, the tsunami's abilities. I was trying to figure out which one rains more stars down in the area. Let's see if I get me an unreal tsunami.
Somebody is saying that the best tank set in the game is to mix and match, and I'm inclined to maybe agree.
Just
Why
because
is
there's
it
like
chlorophyte
various
legs?
pieces of armor that are better.
Yeah, so the Squire helmet and the Squire helmet increases max centuries by 1, but also increases your life regen. The Valhalla does the same thing. And then then they were saying that the chlorophyte legs were actually the last piece that works really well, and I'm curious why.
I mean, I would believe that there might be just some variation in how they set up some of them.
I guess extra crit strike chance, extra movement speed. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think beetle leggings might work better.
Just because more armor?
Slightly more defense, extra movement speed, and extra melee attack speed.
Well, I think I'm going to stick with range for this.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I really want to try out this, Unreal Tsunami.
Wow. Watching my heart's regen is nuts, though. I can see why. Okay. So the answer is... Let's see, armor. Valhalla's Greaves. Ah. I think I'm gonna go for the beetle. Purely for the movement speed. Wait, good Oh. Oh no. Yeah, the Valhalla Knight's Greaves are actually just better.
Well, rad.
There we go. Yeah, because this is a big movement speed bonus.
In case you were wondering, the
Yeah?
Fishron wings are the third best wings.
Okay.
So I should have probably not thrown them away earlier. Are you Are you ready to fight the cultists, or do you need to do stuff?
I'm pretty much ready.
Okay.
I just wanted to very quickly... let's see. I wanted to very quickly take a look at what equipment would be better. Somebody had suggested this build, and I wanted to take a look at...
Gotta show off the cool stuff. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna go reforge these wings.
Because, yeah, I've just been wearing a number of things, and admittedly I don't have too much leeway. But there's one that actually just increases your regen by... There we go. Greatly increases regen, when not moving. That's not as good. What about the cross necklace? Oh, it's a star veil. I actually do not have that. I'm assuming I just mush those two together. Oh, I can... Yep, there's Star Veil. I guess I might honestly just be better off with the worms. Not moving only counts actual walking, running, jumping. Shooting won't deactivate the regen boost. Huh.
Choice to say.
I think no matter what, I don't think it would work that well. One way or another, I think I'm just going to throw my warding worm scarf back on. This gives me 106 defense, reduces my damage taken by a bunch, gives me a little bit of extra damage, and keeps me super fast. Okay, so yeah, I'm good to go.
All right, well, I'm standing outside the dungeon.
All right, I guess let me warp to you. So then I think we just kill these guys, yeah?
I think we made him mad.
Yeah, I think we did. You wanna... Oh yeah, there he is. Wow. What weapon are you using there?
I'm using the tsunami. I don't think it's very good against him. I think homing bullets are pretty good. Oh, we're supposed to not hurt the, like, any that aren't the real one there, but I didn't even see the dragon. Is the dragon bad? Should I worry about the dragon?
I don't know. I'm more just blown away by how not killable I am right now. I'm still full health. Oh. I have to actually hit the... oh yeah, I'm getting hit constantly. Okay, now I'm taking some damage.
What do you think the lunatic cultist, like, ideology is?
Well, summon Cthulhu, question mark, question mark, question mark, profit.
Is it actually Cthulhu?
Wait, what the heck was that?
I think we're fighting a boss for...
Oh, right. It's the,
I think the next thing
it's
that
these
happens.
things. Yeah, it's the Stardust Pillars. I think you just have to kill stuff in the immediate area.
Was there anything that dropped from him?
Yeah. I got it.
Okay. But it wasn't a treasure bag, was it?
No.
Oh gosh. Some of those things did a lot of damage. Okay, well...
Yeah,
hang tight.
These things actually do more damage to me than,
Than he did.
Yep.
Alright, buff, heal. And teleport to you.
Yeah, these things do 150 damage.
Can we hurt it yet?
No, I'm pretty sure you don't actually hurt the thing. You just hurt all of the,
Hurt all the other things.
Yeah.
But they're slowly ticking down as we're killing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Although it is pretty fun with all the stars raining down. I think it's powerful. I'm not quite sure, though. It feels good, and that's the important thing about playing this game.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so these guys specifically are like the most dangerous thing to me so far.
Are you talking about the orbs or those like shooty things?
Those shooty things.
Who is shooting the shooty things?
The Flow Invader.
I guess that's what killed me earlier.
Yep. They're freaking spooky dudes.
I do a lot better against ground enemies with this raining stars down on stuff.
I'm mostly just alternating between homing. Well, I'm mostly using homing against the mobs just because they're very small.
We're fighting like 4 of these pillars, right?
Yep, there's 4 of them to wreck.
All right. Well, I'm glad that it's raining and we have Duke Rishron's mount.
Yeah, getting this thing, I can't believe I've never used it before.
Well,
then again, I
without journey
almost
mode,
never.
I really don't see why you would. You get it the same. I guess you could have gone and fought. But if we'd been lucky, we would have gotten Duke Fishron after we got the UFO, which the UFO is turns faster and just is faster when it's not near water or rainy, right?
I don't know what the limitations on the UFO are.
People seem to have decided to use it all the time, so I can only assume they're reasonable. Flow Invader.
I guess it makes sense, yeah. It is probably a lot easier to use the UFO, which is not limited by weather.
Yeah, unless it's journey mode. And then whatever.
Then it's just raining always.
But I do think Duke Fishron doesn't turn extremely well, so it might still have an advantage for that. Which for, evading attacks, turning is always more important than the max speed is. Depending on the boss.
Well, maybe we can fight the Martians again. Well, no, because it's probably not going to matter.
I'm happy with Duke Fishron. Whether or not he's the best is not really relevant to me.
This is true. Alright, it's vulnerable, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking it would become that eventually. Trying to dodge your attacks.
I'll switch back to bullets so they're easier.
I think it's strong.
I don't think
this is a good combo.
I don't think we got it.
What? Defeated? Your mind goes numb? No, I think we did, right?
I guess we did.
What we're looking for? Oh yeah, Stardust fragments. Yeah, how many do I need to do? 25. Bam. No problem.
All right, I'll go get started on the next one. I don't remember if there was a time limit on these.
Oh. Where is the next one?
Just to the right.
Huh. I never traversed that section of map before.
Huh. There we go. What is that? Blueberries. Ah. Really think you could fly past that thing. Okay, these seem a little easier?
Oh, we'll wait and see. The Flow Invader was the only thing there that was challenging, though. But
yeah. Oh. I think Duke Fishron, by the way, has a maximum height cap.
oh, really? So we could have flown above him?
No, sorry, not Duke Fishron, the Fishron mount.
Oh. That's interesting. No, something's going on. We're getting, pulled to the ground.
Oh. Are we?
Yeah, there was some effect that was like dragging me down, and I like couldn't fly for a little bit. Something was going on. I don't know what it was. Maybe
Yeah,
I
no,
got hit by something.
yeah, you're right.
It definitely isn't because Fishron's mount can't do it under normal circumstances. Don't you be besmirching my Pigron.
Look, it just... I was bouncing down and it seemed like you were too, so I was like, oh, maybe we can only go so high. And the answer is no.
Under particular circumstances. Can you see like the stars and arrows flying down when I'm like shooting from above?
It looks pretty rad, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was hitting stuff still.
They're not the most accurate thing. Yeah, I'm getting pulled by... Actually, I'm not just getting pulled down. It's like preventing me from going up or down.
Yeah.
I also do not have all my potions on, which is silly, and I should probably make sure I quaff. Do you remember what game that was? Back when we were growing up and playing nothing but DOS games, where like you had to quaff potions, and you had like a grumpy dwarf neighbor that you could sometimes recruit, but not always.
Quaff potions?
Yeah, it was like an old pixelated RPG. You like start in a random house, and then you can walk to the castle, and they give you a quest. And you pretty quickly get a boat, and then you can like kind of go wherever the heck you want. But it's not actually a good idea.
Gosh, no, I don't remember this one at all. Oh. Is this one we played back in like New Mexico? Is that?
Yeah, like constant. It was one of the ones that we actually played quite a lot of.
What?
And I've like been completely unable to remember what game that is. But I just remember. I remember the hotkey for drinking potions was Q. I haven't asked Dad about it yet.
Was it like a text game? Like it wasn't the one that was, because we had one where you were like P and then like D was dragon and stuff like that, like the super old one. But that's not it, right?
No, there was definitely Pixel.
And it wasn't King's Quest, right?
No, it was not. Was it? No, maybe it was P and D. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was actually.
I was literate during that period of time, so I didn't play that game. I didn't know what like these letters were or like what any of the text was, so I couldn't play it. But Commander Kenya could play, right? So I remember that one.
I love the idea of this. I love the fact that yes, you did not play this game because you were not literate.
This is important.
It is important.
Because I remember playing at one point, I was like, what is this letter? And my dad's like, that's a dragon. I'm like, how do you know? And he just kills me. It's like, oh, okay, cool game. Yes.
Huh.
We moved away from New Mexico when I was starting first grade. And after New Mexico, I don't really remember spending much time.
I only vaguely remember being literate for that, but it was enough.
Yeah, no.
But the problem is...
You don't need to read that well, right?
Yeah. Gosh, I actually want to say that game might almost be part of the reason why I was comparatively literate so early on.
A big part of it for me...
Ow.
Well, I guess I'll be careful for a bit. A big part of it for me was actually because we moved to California, and then they already expected us to know how to read by that point.
Yeah.
And, like, they start that 1 year later in New Mexico, which I remember for a while being like, why is that a thing? And I've come to understand that like it's actually not unreasonable to start like literacy for kids like at a later point, because like kind of the social elements really are an important thing at that point in time and are something you can like work on pretty meaningfully. But it didn't work well when you switch systems in that sort of way.
Yeah. I think about that sometimes in regards to the fact that I have like zero knowledge of geography.
Yeah, I remember discussing that with you, and I was thinking about it, and you really did miss the year, because that would have been 7th grade.
Yep.
And for me, it was, yeah. Or was it? Yeah, because we went in at 6th grade for me. Oh, those guys just do a lot of damage. You really got to run away from them.
And they hug the heck out of you.
But I was thinking about it more, and you know, like, I guess my recent kick has been reading about, like, U.S. president history and, like, past financial crises or things like that. I mean, the reality is that, like, yeah, you really have to, like, keep that knowledge up on your own, and I think my knowledge of, like, a lot of those things is like, way better now than it ever was in high school as a result of all those classes.
It is a little disappointing from my perspective how much better I am at learning now that I'm an adult.
Do you think that's just that you finally figured it out and education could have taught you that sooner? Or how
Yeah.
much of it do you think it's just that you were like 15, 16, 12 and like that you just weren't fully like developed as a student at that point? It just takes some years. Like, do you think that we could
Apathy
really
was
make this
definitely a huge aspect of it. That it
I suppose that's true.
it is legitimately difficult to want to learn all of these new things constantly. Where I almost feel like I would have been better off learning, you know, 1 or 2 topics per month or something like that, and like really focusing on them as opposed to like this weirdly spread out series of stuff that like I don't even retain. And maybe that's part of it is that like I have next to no retention for half of the... Gosh, I thought that one area was bad. This is terrible.
Yeah, it's those worms you have, like, it takes the Duke a little bit of time to, like, get there. And you gotta be, like, ready for it.
I find the worms can't handle you if you're just going left and right.
Right, you gotta go full, though. Like, you,
But yeah,
you can't
you
wait till
do.
they get close. So I guess probably the correct thing to do is just to strafe it, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been kind of doing. But I wonder about that sometimes, that like if I were to have a kid, what would I do as far as like educating them goes? And some amount of me wonders if isn't like a better method that isn't like, I mean, there absolutely is a better method of education that is separate from standardized testing.
So what... Actually, you know, maybe that's a relevant question. Have you and Shell talked about having kids? Is that, like, a discussion you've had?
It is very much dependent on the state of the world in the next, like, 4 or 5 years?
But that's how, like, you've both came to that agreement already.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Like, personally, I don't think I'm terribly interested in having a child up until they are sentient enough to do things with me that don't involve pooping. I liked having my pet rat because there was next to no point in having that rat where I needed to worry about... I think we're fine.
The problem with strafing it was every once in a while a worm just hit you head on, and then you were in the worm already. And being in the worm was very bad. Is there anywhere closer to it that we can go? No.
Yeah, I don't think so. But no, I think a lot of it truly does have to do with the fact that, like, the world is just kind of... Oh, right, I was talking about pet rat. Yeah, just taking care of my pet rat was... It was so easy. There was no, like, cleaning up messes, really. Like, yeah, you had to clean the cage, but there was no lengthy process in taking care of them or anything like that. And I kind of appreciated that in comparison to...
Do you often talk on the channel about, like, how great of pets rats can be?
I've talked about it in the past, yeah. No one has yet to, like, seriously disagree with me, which...
Okay.
I'm pretty cool with.
It's just funny because some of my coworkers, like, were giving my boss, when I joined, were saying, like, giving him a hard time, saying, like, yeah, and he owns, like, a pet rat. I was like, I used to own a pet rat. Pet rats are pretty great pets.
Yeah, they're great.
It was like a weird thing for all of them, but... And it's funny because I asked him afterwards, and he's like, yeah, honestly, I didn't, like, ask for this rat. Like, someone gave it to me. And it's like, oh, that's He's like, yeah, but like, I guess it worked out. Not that much effort.
This one should be pretty easy. It seems like a lot of quick flyy things that die real fast.
Okay, that's good.
They do shoot you, though. Oh, they teleport. That's why they're risky.
Ah. Yeah, in response to what you were saying about, yeah, I guess specifically with, like, education. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, because, like, there are parts of it that are, like, how do you get, like, the academics to be really good? But the other part is, like, you want your kid to have a social life and things like that, too. So you can't just, like, homeschool optimize, like...
I don't feel like homeschooling would be particularly good, but
yeah,
like the one thing I learned a couple of things from college, like education-wise, it was only half useful. There were a couple of professors that were really good and a lot of kind of useless ones. But the peer group was amazing because it was people that I actually like cared to be around, and I cared I cared about what they had to say and, like, what they were up to, whereas normally in school, your peer group is just purely people... Well, I mean, I guess you had more luck than I ever did in terms of, like, making friends with similar interests. I always had,
the fact
like...
that I'm still friends with some of them is probably a testament to that.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I think back to it sometimes, and I'm like, I'm not honestly sure of kids from my specific years if I would have actually ever been able to make better choices than I did, which pisses me off more than a little.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, think about all of the friends I ever had. How many people were there that were better? There were a couple.
I can name a few. I guess I could get into, like, specific people, but I guess I don't know what... Because sometimes they're cool people, but then they don't want to be friends with you, and does that make them, like, cool still? Like...
Yeah, because, like, there were a number of guys on the cross-country team that probably would have been great friends, but they were the guys that had been with their clique friends since elementary school. And trying to break into that was actually impossible, unless you had some specific skill that made them respect you. And that specific skill would have been cross-country. And at that point, is that actually a friendship worth pursuing if they will not look at you for any of your other talents?
Well, I guess ultimately, if that was all it was, probably not going to remain friends after you aren't on the same team together, so...
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I guess I could, like... Oh, no, we're still waiting for this thing.
But, like, I was thinking about, like, gamers from my year. Like, there were only... I can count on the number of... I can count on one hand the number of people I knew that had played, like... let's say... Knights of the Old Republic. And almost everybody else did, like, competitive stuff-ish. And so, like, I don't think gamers necessarily would have been necessary. I only got 18 nebula fragments from that one.
Oh, I got plenty. I might have picked them all up. Is that all of them? Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. We're done. Great. I don't remember the next step.
We, like, fight the Moon Lord. I think we summon him or something.
Maybe we have to build it to summon him. I have the Ancient Manipulator, so maybe that's what's required.
Yeah, so I have nebula fragments on dupe. I have solar fragments on dupe. And there was one other fragment. I thought there were 4 pillars, right?
Yeah, vortex fragments. I think I got all of those.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I don't have any vortex fragments.
Moonlord has awoken.
What? Why'd that happen?
I guess we don't summon him.
I guess we don't. Well, I think...
Oh, there he is.
Oh, that beam does a lot of damage. It's your job, right?
So far, yeah. Unfortunately, our Dungeon Defenders arena is actually kind of super inconvenient right now. Where'd he go? Come back.
I think I'm shooting him with chlorified bullets.
Okay, I think I'm hitting him. It's a little... it's a little funky.
His health's kind of going down or something, you know. Oh, that laser keeps hitting me. Does that laser just have, like, infinite range?
It might.
Well, it's a good thing we're Duke Fishron.
Yeah, this would be real tough without it.
The Moon Lord won't despawn, right?
I don't think so.
Alright, you just got it covered, right?
Currently, yeah.
Good.
He doesn't actually do enough damage to me currently.
Moon Lord, Moon Lord. That laser beam is actually giving me trouble more than anything else.
When he does the laser beam, I just switch directions and go over his head.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes sense. I'm just bad at it.
I can shoot for his face. Okay, being inside of the Moon Lord is currently inconveniencing me. I feel hard. I'm not
Probably
quite
not
fast enough. At some point, we should return to this when all the mods are out. Okay, this hurts. Because, yeah, he's hugging the shit out of me. Oh, I don't have my shield on. So I don't have knockback protection. That's what's screwing me up.
Oh. I'm just kind of hanging out near this life regen stuff, hoping someday I'll be full health again.
Well, goodbye, frozen shell. You were nice. Alright, no more knockback. That should make my life a lot easier. Okay, we've wrecked one of his hands.
The homing bullets will just go on whatever is like...
As long as you're not too far away, yeah.
Oh, I suppose they're called True Eye of Cthulhu. So all of that, like, things where people said this isn't actually Cthulhu. I don't know, it doesn't seem to really be borne out by that particular piece of evidence.
Can you kill the eyeballs or no?
The thing's flying at you?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any evidence of it yet.
Come back here, you jerk.
He's mine. Oh, I'm glad for homing bullets. This is kind of nice. He seems to be following me and shooting at you. You're still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, just mildly focused.
So, is he following you right now?
Yeah, kinda.
There's a Moon Lord that isn't attacking me that I'm shooting.
Yeah, you're pretty far away from me. I think we just have two Moon Lords. I wonder.
I'm wondering a connection thing, because mine is definitely, like, not attacking me.
Mine alternates.
Well, I'm just going to keep shooting him.
Yeah, go for it.
Either I reconnect, or I don't. What's your health bar at? Oh, there we go. It seems to have resynced.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those that there are... Oh, I got wipes. Good luck. I really wish I could manage inventory while dead.
Where are you, Moonlord?
Yeah, I wonder if when he did the white flash, if that actually like cleared him out.
Oh, interesting. What am I even shooting at anymore? Oh, ow. Those eyes deal a lot of damage. Well, you're back, so if I die, it's your job to fix stuff. It appears that laser has a maximum range of about 400 feet or so.
Cool.
I don't even know what I'm shooting at anymore. Are there things to shoot at for him? What are we shooting at on him?
Middle eye.
Okay. I mean, I have just a homing bullet, so... I don't know, is that probably dealing with it for me, or is it probably not?
Hopefully.
Oh, it's like his heart now, right?
I think so. Oh yeah, his heart is targetable. Makes me wonder how he...
I
Oh,
died.
wow.
Those eyeballs, though. I gotta be more careful about those.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going in a sinusoidal pattern, and he can't really deal.
47 copper.
Ooh, that is... How are you ever going to recoup that loss?
I know. I'll have to go find it. It was true great. I can't even duplicate money that much. You're not urgent, right?
Not overwhelmingly, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna get myself some more bullets.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I have stupid regen, which more or less means as long as it's only chip damage, he can't hurt me. For long.
Don't want to jinx yourself?
Well, I mean, yeah. I have the tendency to absolutely destroy my chances of winning. Oh, this is truly a terrible place to get stuck.
But he's attacking me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
His eyeballs got opportunistic, though.
Yes. That eyeball explodey thing really gets me. I think I should, like, stick close to you.
I'm actually going to lure him back the other direction. I don't want to go try and do this in a sandstorm. That seems like just bad places. I really wish the camera would zoom out further than usual, specifically for this fight.
You've got, like, a lot of space, though, right? Oh, I'm out of healing potions. Oh.
You ran out?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was possible.
Oh, I just, like, didn't bring enough.
Well.
Oh. And he's here.
I was hoping he'd keep focusing on me, because he had up until now.
I was hoping so, too. That would be what I would prefer, all things considered.
Oh,
And
wait,
those beans,
hold
though.
up.
Those eyeball beans. What are you doing? Switching into melee to fight the Moonlord?
Kinda... I was trying for a bit. It wasn't worth it. I was just like, oh, I'm not actually taking a whole lot of contact damage here. Let's get up close to this guy and say hi. And the answer was nope. That was actually a stupid plan.
Let's see. Where are we at? There we are. Bad plan.
Almost got
Bad
him.
plan. But why would you have an exposed brain? What do you think he's getting?
Well, I mean, this guy, if you notice, this guy's been missing some parts ever since. I'm actually really surprised that Journey's End did not actually include a, like, fully fleshed out Cthulhu. Yeah.
Well,
like
I think there was a promise at one point to just, like, have the legs be a separate boss.
Well, that's what actually the seed is supposed to be called. Like the one that we're playing. Moonlord's Legs? Yeah.
Interesting. So do we have to do that again? Is that what happens next?
Give me like...
Go get better equipment.
let me go take 2 minutes. And then no. Here, you want to come back?
To the main area?
Yeah.
Are we making, like, good gear or something?
There's all the fragments.
Oh, thanks.
And then you should get out of the game real quick.
Oh, okay. What are we doing?
Not fighting him again.
Okay, I left.
Cool. This will take, like, a minute.
Oh, I guess it's, like, 10. Yeah.
I figure let's make Zenith, and then that'll be good enough.
Okay, that sounds good. Are we
'Cause
doing
hmm?
more Terraria after this, or is this the last stream of this before we move on to a different game?
We have a couple of options. We could do one more. Let's see. Let's see. So option A, um, we stop here. This is probably good enough. Option B, we go into a B world and then a drunk world real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm down with that. Are we doing that right now? Is that easy to do, or do you want to spend
Yeah,
some time with both of them?
it'd be super easy to do.
Okay. Yeah. Let's make Zenith, do something funny with it. I don't even need to be there. You don't need to give me a Zenith. You can just do whatever funny thing you want to do with it, and then make the beer a drunk world, and I'll join that when you're ready. I
Yeah, I'm
am
gonna be
taking
real
it.
lazy, and I'm just gonna give myself the Zenith, seeing as we have all the parts.
Oh, just to show it off a little bit.
Yeah, I time saving measure when we already have everything. We've done all the requisite farming.